Hey everybody, what's going on? Adbusters 84 here. Now, when I was going through college, I was introduced to Adbusters from one of my ex-girlfriends, and I was reading a lot of crime think books back then. And yeah, Adbusters was pretty cool. It was just kind of a pro-anarchy type publication. It was pretty cool. Based in Canada, I believe, just like Crime Think. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But what do we got here? We've got 7th Cross Evolution. Now, we have talked about 7th Cross Evolution on this channel before because I was just eager at the time to talk about obscure games that need to be talked about. This game deserves to have more attention. It deserves the spotlight because it's an interesting RPG. You're probably looking at the artwork now, and it just is odd and got tons of personality. The NTSC version is the way to go. If you are watching this, you speak English, therefore English is what's up, unless you are bilingual, and then I'm going to take my hat off to you, because speaking more than one language is pretty dope, I think. Pretty cool. Gives you more options. Pretty cool to be able to do that, I think. Hat back on. 7th Cross Evolution is just awesome. It's made by UFO, or published by UFO. That's cool. I like it. I think it said something when I started the game. It says it needs 175 blocks. Well, I think NFL 2K series takes the cake. It was like 191 blocks or something for that game. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show the intro and stuff. I guess I already showed all of the photos or what I was gonna show. There's like tons of pages of just like red pages with like blocks of screenshots. I like that. I like that look. Pretty cool. You know. I was going to add that yeah, I frequented one of my favorite stores because I went out of town recently. So I picked up a couple of Xbox original games. Now, I wanted to get the Elder Scrolls Morrowind. I wanted to get that, but the price was a little bit too high. And I wanted to get Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, but I'll track it down eventually. Just not now, because it's a time-consuming game. It's supposed to be one of the best Star Wars games. And yeah, so the ones I got, I'll just go in order with what I got here. So I had this actually, but it's really nice to have the artwork for it, but it's called Phantom Dust. Now, I don't really know too much about it, and I'm not too terribly good at it, but I got it for $12.95. And, you know, you got the manual, you got the disc. The disc is in good shape. I don't pick up discs unless I see that the game is not too terribly scratched up. If I feel confident that it'll be able to play, that's cool. But there's some sort of, like, talk about this game, and I don't know exactly what it is, but it's got unique gameplay, and it's gonna have a sequel or something, and it's one of those, like, overlooked gems, and, you know, I'm a big fan of games like that, so it doesn't really look like my type of game, but I figured that at $12.95 I owe it to have it in my collection, because I want to have an interesting game collection for any system I own. So there's that. And I just recorded the Space Channel 5 intro, and maybe I'm coming across as a little bit less depressing. I'm drinking green tea. It's an anti-inflammatory. I drank some juice earlier. But enough about me. I got The Simpsons Road Rage here. I've never played it, but it's supposed to be a pretty bad ripoff of Crazy Taxi. Oh, and speaking of Crazy Taxi, I got Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller, so I thought it was appropriate to get those because I used to have this game and I played it. I like the Crazy Hop. I think you can do that in the second game where you just hit the Y button or something. You can just do a little hydraulic hop, which is really cool. But Crazy Taxi is a cool series. I like the mini games more than anything when it comes to Crazy Taxi, but I'm not a Crazy Taxi fan. I would not say that I am. I just always played like the Big Apple mode or the Crazy Pyramid or Crazy Box mode. I think it was called Crazy Box mode in the first game, and then Crazy Pyramid or Crazy Apple or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I just like to have it. I just want to know that I have all of the Crazy Taxi games. Makes me sleep better at night. But yeah, when it comes to Simpsons Road Rage, I like the original Simpsons arcade game and the arcade cabinet. They're just classic. I got classic memories of a skating rink that I grew up. I remember playing that at the skating rink, and um, apparently this is a pretty solid game that not a lot of people talk about, and I have a chance to kind of zone out and play it, so that's cool. I'm excited to play Simpsons Road Rage. I just don't like current Simpsons. Like, I think the Simpsons were good growing up, but they reached a certain point where it's just the quality. I don't know. It's just I don't really like cartoons much anymore. It's like I don't like South Park anymore. Like, that series has gone downhill. This series is just dragging a dead corpse in the desert sand. And there's other, like, I was never into Family Guy, really. It's just that the humor is just too crass for me. A little bit too mean-spirited. Now, I like Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, and I've seen this on lists that this is just kind of an underrated, overlooked game, so I went ahead and picked it up. It was for $6.95. That's a steal for something that's supposed to be pretty good. But it's Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, and the whole Oddworld games, like, how come they're not making any new ones? Because Munch's Odyssey was pretty sweet. I think it's a little bit dated, because I tried playing it and it just wasn't as fun. But sometimes games are just stored in your memory. But yeah, this will either be just like the best thing ever, or just just another game to throw in with the pile. But it's nice to strengthen up my Xbox original game library, I think. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But we're going to be talking about Evolution World of Sacred Device, only it's not Evolution. I get the names mixed up. It's 7th Cross Evolution. So we're going to be talking about this game, and yeah, let's check out 7th Cross Evolution, everybody.
Seventh Cross.
Yeah, I love the NTSC version of this game. It's amazing. It's a whole lot easier to understand. I forgot what I rated the original one. I guess I'll pause the video and find out, or look that up between segments. But we're going to start because we don't have a game save file, which is okay. I'll just upload a game save, I'm sure. But yeah, there's some weird stuff with DNA. Very interesting concept and premise. It's just very surreal. I forgot what it's asking here, but I'm just gonna hit A to everything. Now I'm really kind of upset because I was trying to put my maracas set together. I got a sensor bar and an extra maraca, and I'm not sure if the maraca works. So I have like 5 maracas that are kind of, I mean, 4 of them totally don't work, and 1 of them might work. And I got a sensor bar that just doesn't work, and I got a sensor bar that kind of half works. And I'm just really upset at Samba de Amigo for the peripherals, because, like, I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, I'm just thinking about Samba de Amigo as a whole. I just don't think Samba de Amigo is really worthy of being a mascot, really. I mean, I'm just thinking about how similar that monkey is to the Super Monkey Ball monkey, and how I from Super Monkey Ball is totally worthy of being a Sega mascot, but not Amigo. Because I got a 1 set. Now I want to have a working second set, and I got a Cha-Cha Amigo controller coming because I just splurged. It's my birthday coming up, so I got the Cha-Cha Amigos controller. And I looked at reviews for that, and it said that, you know, the build quality on that is very chintzy, you know? Yeah, I just checked out the last 2 minutes of my NTSC J 7th Cross review, and I failed to mention a score. I totally recommended it, but I don't remember scoring it. But, yeah, I've lost a lot of weight since that review. But, anyway. I said this game was supposed to be like top 50 material. I don't know, maybe in my personal list, but it probably won't be any top 10 material on like major lists or anything. But yeah, I'm just disappointed about the Samba de Amigo. The peripherals for that, I mean, they're just rare and expensive and finicky, and they come in different parts. You know, it's just such a pain in the neck, is all I'm saying, you know. Oh, and I've played through this segment before, and I'm just going to wait till I die, because, like, a creature's going to get me, basically. I mean, I don't mean to sound self-defeatist, but I don't know. Now, this is, like, a personal favorite, and I like it. I think it's a really good experience. It's very different and weird. I can see how people would want to give this game, like, a 7. I mean, it kind of screams a 7, because it's not really... It kind of screams budget title, you know? But I enjoy budget titles a whole lot, you know? I'm a slug now. Like Earth Defense Force, that's a budget title, and it's amazing. I love it. I'll play that over any kind of AAA game any day. And you just turn into, you know, Larry from the Three Stooges. It's okay, Mo. Ball peen hammer. Oh yeah, you got me. So I don't see the point in just, like, you know, exercising the futility. So I'm just gonna upload a different part of the game and talk about it. Yeah, let's check out what El Bucanero has to say about all of this. Not sure who El Bucanero is in real life, but he is an OG, that's for sure. Let's look at 7th Cross. Evolution. Good save you will enjoy. That's very vague. Yeah, I was trying to upload a game save file from the El Bucanero thing, and I got kind of frustrated with it because it said copy error or something like that. But then I checked my game save on the dashboard, and said I had 172 blocks filled up. I think it's actually more blocks for this game than it is for NFL 2K, because I had to clear the memory on this memory card. There was an NFL 2K game save and a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 game save, so I moved the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 game save to another memory card, which had like that F200 racing game or whatever.
7th Cross.
So yeah, like the finicky nature of the Dreamcast is just really kind of wearing me down because like the maracas is just such a letdown. I got some DDR mats. I got a DDR mat coming, and I know the build quality for those DDR mats are pretty good, so I have a good feeling like it's gonna work good. But yeah, I'm just really disillusioned and upset about like a lot of stuff. Like I had something happen at work, and I can't go into it. This might be the same game site. See, I remember going into a green monolith. Yeah, let's go into the orange one and see if there's anything different. Teleport. I think the green one was like that dinosaur stage, right? I hit A. Which is just take a while or something. Did the game freeze up? Yeah, I'm just tired of stuff not working right now. Oh, it just has a lot of lag to it. But yeah, like right now I'm just of the mindset, just hey, just pick a good game and sit down and just play it. Just play one good game, commit to it. I tried to back up. Oh, you have to use the D-pad. I'm in a desert stage now. I doubt that I can go into the abyss. I'm just floating on nothing. I just hit the X button to attack. Very interesting plants. But yeah, this is the same game file that you know. I mean, it's cool that I have a couple of game saves that you can do, but this is a fun one to play legitimate. It's just kind of time consuming, but I had so much fun playing it back when I did play it, and I finished the game. And like, there's this weird like schematic. Forgot what buttons you push, but you get to mess with the DNA and create your own creatures and stuff. Create parts for your torso and your head and everything. I mean, yeah, the you know, I guess this could be like a turn-based strategy game with the attack, you know, because the game kind of freezes up when you're attacking. It's interesting, you know. It's cool to explore alien realms. I mean, look at the horizon and stuff. It just looks like Zuzar Vezar out there with the tan. Looks like Mad Max out there or something. Is that just brown water? Is it primordial soup? Got shoulder pads on this guy. Made out of crow's feathers. Yeah. But yeah, this is 7th Cross Evolution. Like, I like it in retrospect a lot more than I do just realistically. Because, I mean, the chance of me sitting down and playing this, like right now, is kind of low. Like, you know, I got some like Xbox original games that I can play. And I might check them out a little bit later tonight. I don't really have plans today. I do need to run out and get some water. And I need to run out and go to the gym. But yeah, like, pertaining to... I'm getting attacked here. Man, there's like 17 of them out here. There's like 3 of them that I can see, but... Yeah, but, with work and stuff, like, there's just stuff that happens, and I don't even want to get into it, because it's just like... I feel like we have just deep-seated problems in America, or just in the world. Like, we live in a global community now, and just... You know, like, projected stuff, like, there's a lot of racism out there towards white people that people are not really acknowledging. And there's people who say that, black people can't be racist. When that's not what I see at all. I see that black people are the biggest racists a lot of the times. But I'm not excusing the white racists, because I've come across some knuckle-dragging idiot white people that would say the N-word like left and right. But I pretty much just encountered like a small instance of like projected racism towards me. at my job. And like, I don't want to get into it, but like, I kind of have a psychological tendency to withdraw. So it's like, while it happens, I just kind of like deal with it pretty good. I deal with it pretty good. I just do what I can to not escalate things. But yeah, I mean, like, it was a situation where I felt completely comfortable, but I was made to feel uncomfortable because of their projections. It was a group of people. And, you know, I just dealt with it. And I was looking online for, I guess, confirmation bias for, like, why are black people so racist sometimes and stuff like that. And, like, there's such a disinformation thing out there where nobody wants to criticize black people at all. At all. Like what, they're not responsible for racism at all either? Like, there's white racism, but I see a lot more racism personally towards whites as opposed to whites perpetrating racism. And I think that this kind of stuff is censored. Like, you think this MGTOW stuff is censored? No, and it sucks. Like, you can't talk about black people without being like, oh, but I'm not racist. And you can't talk about women without being like, oh, but not all women are like that, right? And it's not necessarily wrong to make generalizations, but with black people, I'm going to give them more of a pass, I guess, because like, black people are dynamic and their behaviors aren't as universal as just women's. Like, women don't, women are like biologically inferior. They just like want provision for themselves. They're solipsistic and all of this. And like, we research this in the MGTOW community. And I think that there's a lot of like, like when it comes to just black people in general, they're just more, like, we're talking about black men too. And there's a lot of like IDMORs, like intellectual black men of reform. And like, they're incredibly smart, but they're just like MGTOWs, man. They're just in the minority. I kind of wish that they would, refer to themselves as just MGTOW because, they're kind of separating themselves by race. But I mean, if that's what they want to do, I'm not going to disparage them for that. But it's just such a thorny subject where like, people want to just like pick out little things that you say and then like assume that you're a racist. They don't really want to talk about it. But I mean, like, that's not what my situation was. It was just kind of a situational kind of like, they were projecting things onto me that wasn't even there to begin with. And I was just thinking about how people project things onto other people and how that's kind of a problem in and of itself. So, talking about race, just thought I'd throw that in there just because the main point that I wanted to say is that as a man, we have to just like internalize and compartmentalize. And I don't think people even want to acknowledge or respect the fact that we have to deal with just a tremendous amount of psychological turmoil, and we just have to shake it off. And it makes us stronger. Like, I was just thinking to myself how maybe it's a good thing that I kind of disassociate. Like, I've been circumcised as an infant, and I had to just kind of disassociate that way. And I apply that my whole life. That's what I do. I just, sometimes I just, I'm there, but I'm not there, and when things happen, it's just, I mean, you could literally just do nothing, and then like, people see your inaction as an action, and then they'll project that you have a problem with them just because you're, I don't know, it's like, I could explain the situation better, but that'll kind of explain the nature of my job, and I don't really want to like put my job into this because I really want to separate my job from my personal life. So there's that. But I did feel like I want to talk about it a little bit. And I just think that like, when you're looking online for information about black people being racist, there's nothing. But if you look at white people being racist, you'll see everything. And you can't tell me that the internet's not censored. And if you have any kind of criticism towards black people at all, even if it's just constructive criticism, look at this snake. That's intense. That's a crazy looking snake. Makes me think of Shadow Man. Remember that game? There was a big old talking snake in that game. But my main point is that, yeah, the internet is censored. It's totally censored. It's like, they totally like keep you from, I mean, you might be looking for confirmation bias, but at the end of the day, you got to like kind of adhere to your own spiritualism, because you know what's happening, and sometimes you can't really rely on confirmation bias because things are censored. And I'm guessing confirmation bias probably holds us back a whole lot, because we're looking for other people that share the same viewpoints, as opposed to being really strong in our own views. That snake, man, I wonder what it tastes like, because you're able to eat it. Probably has some sort of like Southwest Chipotle rotisserie taste to it. There's a ton of enemies later on in the game, but yeah, later on in the game you get to wear a clam skirt. A skirt made out of barnacles, and you get shoulder pads that look like crow's feathers, and you got like swords and stuff. His arms kind of look like Baraka, and you got hair looking like I don't know, David Bowie from Omicron. I don't know, just throwing that out there. Good times. My nostalgia glasses are on, so I want to like this game, but just like popping it into the system, not as cool. But I mean, I guess a 7.9 is good, because I mean, like, it's not a good game. I just like it, and I can tell the difference between nostalgia and what's good. I mean, like, it's not like there's a deep story, and it's not like the gameplay is not dynamic or anything. So I'll just give it a 7.9 and leave it at that. I totally recommend, though. It's worth getting into for sure. So thanks for watching, guys. 7th Cross Evolution.